I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him.
About that, yeah.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she doesn't.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
Hold on to your seats, folks. This story is about to get intense. We're diving into a major legal showdown that's making waves across the entertainment and media industries. Former First Lady Melania Trump is taking legal action against the hosts of The View in a defamation lawsuit worth an astonishing $100 million. Yes, you heard that right. $100 million. This is no ordinary celebrity spat. It's a high-stakes legal battle with the potential to reshape the way media outlets address public figures. So what's really going on here? Let's break it down step by step. First and foremost, Melania Trump is suing the hosts of The View over some highly contentious comments they made about her on a recent episode. And when I say contentious, I mean comments that have struck a deep nerve. This isn't just another public dispute. It's a legal confrontation that could have lasting consequences for how public figures are represented in the media. What were these remarks that sparked such a strong reaction? During a discussion about Melania's tenure as First Lady, the hosts shared opinions that were far from complimentary. In fact, some of their comments could be seen as outright inflammatory. For instance, one host claimed that Melania wasn't particularly enthusiastic about her role in the White House, even implying that she never wanted to be First Lady in the first place and was unhappy in her marriage to Donald Trump. These are serious and bold accusations, to say the least.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just...
But that wasn't the end of it. The discussion quickly escalated into a wave of criticisms targeting Melania's personal choices and actions during her time in the White House. The host left no stone unturned, scrutinizing everything from her approach to redecorating the White House to her views on Christmas traditions. One host went even further, suggesting that Melania was indifferent to her role, painting a picture of someone resentful and dissatisfied with the responsibilities and expectations that came with being First Lady. As you might expect, these remarks didn't sit well with Melania.
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View.
And I
look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it?
Here's the thing, Melania has always been known as a very private individual, especially when compared to other public figures. So when these personal remarks were made, it reportedly left her furious. It didn't take long for her to take action. Melania filed a defamation lawsuit against the hosts of The View, alleging that their statements were not only false, but also significantly damaging to her reputation. This isn't just a case of hurt feelings or a public relations tactic. It's about safeguarding her image and ensuring that false and harmful narratives about her are not allowed to spread unchecked. And let's be clear, lawsuits like this are far from common. Public figures, particularly those in Melania's position, often take a more subdued approach when faced with media criticism. Most choose to release brief statements or simply ignore the controversy altogether. But Melania? She's taking a stand. By filing this lawsuit, Melania is making it clear that she won't let untruthful claims about her character go unanswered. She's demanding accountability, and she's doing it in a big way.
These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what The View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now. This is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself.
Why does this matter? Why is this lawsuit so significant? Well, this case goes far beyond a simple celebrity feud. It touches on much larger issues, such as the limits of free speech, media responsibility, and the protection of personal reputations. Melania's legal battle raises critical questions about what can and cannot be said about public figures. It has the potential to set a precedent for how defamation cases involving high-profile individuals are handled in the future. Additionally, this case could significantly impact the way media outlets, including talk shows, approach personal topics about the people they cover. Consider this: if Melania wins, it could fundamentally change how media platforms handle controversial or speculative stories about politicians, celebrities, and their families. Talk shows and other major outlets might adopt a more cautious approach when discussing the private lives of public figures. On the other hand, a victory for Melania could also ignite debates about the potential chilling effect on free speech, especially when it comes to discussing those in the public eye. Balancing the right to free expression with the need to protect individual reputations is a complex and ongoing challenge. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting: the timing of this lawsuit. As Melania takes legal action, Donald Trump is dominating headlines for entirely different reasons. Some are already speculating that this could be a calculated move on Melania's part. Could this lawsuit be a strategic attempt to redirect media attention toward her, especially amidst the political whirlwind surrounding her husband? With Donald Trump's controversies and legal battles monopolizing the news cycle, it's worth considering whether Melania's lawsuit is part of a broader effort to reassert her presence in the media landscape. It's a compelling thought, but for now, let's turn our focus back to the comments that drove Melania to take this bold legal step.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
One of the most shocking moments came when a host claimed that Melania hates her husband and no longer wanted to live with him. Can you believe that? These kinds of statements aren't just deeply personal, they're incredibly damaging. For many viewers, it was one of those moments where you had to rewind to make sure you heard it correctly. The audacity of such comments left people stunned, blurring the line between opinion and harmful gossip. What's especially surprising in all this is how quickly Melania has taken legal action. High-profile figures typically don't respond so swiftly. Many opt to release a brief statement or let the controversy die down. But Melania, she's not following the usual playbook. She's diving straight into the fight, taking her case to court with a $100 million lawsuit. This isn't just about sending a message, it's a clear indication that she means business. This is no publicity stunt, it's a serious legal battle. Melania is determined to protect her personal and public reputation for the long term. The implications of these comments extend far beyond a simple media dispute. By taking this bold step, Melania is asserting that her image and character are not up for speculation or misrepresentation.
Now, you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
So, what does this mean for the rest of us? This case could raise some fundamental questions about the relationship between the media, public figures, and personal privacy. Can celebrities and politicians expect full privacy, or do they need to accept a certain level of public scrutiny as part of their fame? Where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation? This case has the potential to reshape media law, and experts are already predicting that the outcome will have a ripple effect throughout the entertainment industry. If Melania wins, it could change how the media handles personal stories about famous individuals, whether they're celebrities, politicians, or even their families. Of course, the case is already drawing some criticism. Some believe Melania is merely using the situation for publicity, while others argue that she's taking a stand for her reputation and drawing a much-needed line when it comes to acceptable media behavior. The truth likely lies somewhere in between, but one thing is certain. This lawsuit is putting a spotlight on the complex intersection of fame, personal privacy, and media responsibility. As this case progresses through the courts, all eyes will be on both Melania and The View to see how the legal system handles her claims. This isn't just about the money. It's about setting a new standard for how the media can and should discuss public figures. If Melania prevails, we could witness a dramatic shift in how talk shows, news outlets, and entertainment programs approach controversial subjects involving celebrities and politicians. The drama is just beginning, and we'll be here to keep you updated on every development. Hey, so what do you think? Is Melania right to sue? Or could this case set a dangerous precedent for free speech in the media? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest developments. And that's a wrap for this month's lecture on the Environmental Boundary 31. This is a story that's going to be discussed for a long time, and we'll be right here bringing you all the twists, turns, and updates. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay engaged, stay informed, and we'll see you next time with more breaking news on Melania, The View, and everything else this jaw-dropping saga has to offer. Take care, everyone.